Hey, so how fast do you think your internet is? Do you even know? If everything works, does it even matter to you? First up, this video is sponsored by Felix Mobile. You get unlimited calls, text and data at speeds up to 20 megabits per second for just $35 a month. Incredible, right? But you are limited to that 20 megabits per second speed. When I saw that number, 20 megabits per second, I thought that's not enough to do anything. I need my internet to be nothing short of blazing fast. But that got me wondering, we use our phones for so much online stuff these days, but how much speed do we really need for all of it? I figured this is the perfect time to put all of that to the test. Let's find out, how much speed do we really need? Okay, here's what I'm gonna try out. I'm going to test a bunch of apps that I use on my phone every day with my new Felix card installed. While I use the apps, I'll be keeping track of download speeds with this little speed test meter at the top of my phone. This measures how much data is being downloaded at any given time. So let's start with the Finder website. So the speeds on the Finder site should be pretty indicative of what you get on most modern websites as well. It pretty much jumped up to 2 megabits per second, max for like a second, and up to 4, and then it goes all the way back down and we're not really downloading anything anymore. So way below that 20 megabits per second. If we start delving into the website a bit, you might see it'll jump up to 2.7. Let's go to this credit card site, 4.8, 13. So this website's pretty heavy, but it's still way below that 20 megabits per second. Next, I want to try out Facebook Messenger, but I'll need an extra phone to message myself. Let's go, hello, Toby. Boom, look up here. Barely jumps up a kilobit just to send text over a message. Let's try sending a photo. It's still barely anything at all. Yeah, as you can see, it hasn't even gone over a megabit per second. That's pretty impressive. I kind of consider photos to be big, but yeah, Facebook compresses them enough that they can be sent instantly. Next up, I want to try TikTok. So I imagine with this one, it's going to be downloading a lot of speed really fast because you're constantly flicking through videos. Okay, I don't want to expose my algorithm to everyone, so I found the founder of Finder's TikTok. Let's scroll through it for a bit. As you scroll through TikTok, you can see it kind of downloading in large chunks really quickly and then dropping down. Yeah, you can see it spiking up to 20, but it's only for 1 second, and then it goes down to smaller amounts. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Let's try YouTube next. YouTube recommend at least 5 megabits per second for HD streaming, so we should be in the clear. Let's fire up a YouTube video here. All right, so we're watching this. Now, if we go into settings, you can see that YouTube actually set things automatically. So right now it's jumped up to 1080, which means we probably have the right amount of speed for that. So yeah, it pretty much just jumps up to 10 a couple of times before settling back down. So it's just downloading a little bit at a time, but it's still, yeah, not even touching 20. But what happens if we ratchet it up to 4K? Let's have a look. Yeah, now the video is having to pretty much download at full speed, the full speed that Felix gives us for a while. But if we actually watch it, it's not buffering. We're not getting a lower bit rate. It's looking really nice. Yeah, I'm impressed. 20 megabits still gets you 4K video as well. Now I want to try Netflix. Now Netflix are a bit similar to YouTube in that they'll automatically change the quality based on your internet speed. So let's see if we can get full HD. All right, so we've got Squid Game loaded up here. Let's see how much data this requires. This one, similar to YouTube, it's kind of jumping up to 20 and just sitting there until the whole video is downloaded enough, and then it drops back down to 0. The video itself is not stuttering or buffering again, and it looks great. Yeah, again, you can pretty much watch it with no issues. So videos seem perfectly fine, but what about gaming? I'm gonna try and play some Fortnite for science. I actually expect Fortnite to run pretty well because, well, you don't exactly need a fast connection for gaming, you just need an uninterrupted one. Like a fast connection helps, but it's more about the quality. So yeah, it should be pretty good. Let's fire it up. Okay, so here I am in a Fortnite lobby with 99 players in it. So you'd expect to need a pretty decent connection for this, but as you can see, you know, it's running as smooth as it ever does on mobile. There's everyone going out of the back of the bus as they jump onto the island. But if we scroll down and have a look at the speeds that it requires for this, yeah, it's not actually going any further above 400 kilobits per second. The gray line is my upload speed, so it's actually uploading a little bit more than the other apps I was using, which makes sense. I'm sending my players' information back to all the other players as well. But that speed is so low. Like, you could quite easily play online video games with Felix. All right, finally, let's try downloading a file. Now, this one might be where we get tripped up, because with file downloads, you just want to be getting the fastest speed possible, so you can get the download as quick as possible. Here, we're obviously a bit capped on that. I just want to know if it's good enough. All right, so I have my other 4G phone here, which has an uncapped plan on it, and this is the Felix plan at 20 megabits per second. So I'm going to download a 166.5 megabyte file. Let's see how they differ. This one goes all the way up to 200 megabits per second. So super fast, and it looks like the file's already downloaded. This one is going to hover around 20 megabits per second, which is the max speed that we can hit for as long as it needs to download the file. Yeah, so it's like not even halfway. As you can see, it just kind of hovers around that 20, while this one got it done in a couple of seconds. And there it is, now it's done. So that took a bit longer. All right, so that's it. What are the findings? First, almost everything needed less than 20 megabits per second to work. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. Second, the only thing that wasn't really ideal was the large downloads. And honestly, I'm not too worried about that. Downloading and uploading files is going to be slower compared to uncapped plans, but it's only once you start dealing with large files that you'll notice. At that point, you're probably going to wait till you have access to Wi-Fi if you can anyway. Honestly, for what I'm doing on my phone, 20 megabits per second seems totally fine. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. Thanks again to this video's sponsor, Felix Mobile. With Felix, you get unlimited calls, text, and data at speeds up to 20 megabits per second, all for $35 a month. Plus, they also do their bit for the planet with one tree planted for you every month through a non-profit organization called One Tree Planted. Also, check this out, I love this. In your SIM pack, you'll actually get some seeds to plant for yourself. How cool is that? I love this. And thank you for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe if you want more videos that can help you make money or save money. We do all of that sort of stuff here on the Finder channel. And if you're more interested in tech, then head over to Tech Finder, where I do experiments and tech reviews and stuff like that every week. I'll see you there.